The following is a presentation on features currently under development, and specifically it's completing an entire contract using GraphPad. So this will be offered probably as an in-app purchase, but essentially what we can do now is we can add a new entire proposal. And what we're going to see here is we've got configurable aspects. So for example, the company logo and the company information can be configured inside the application, and we'll just show where, right? So we're actually setting up the company logo here and then the company name, etc. So in addition to that, we've got complete forms that are created. So another part that's going to be configured, and we're going to see additional items here, but there'll be a list available. We'll have countable items, okay, and we can actually put in, we'll just show how this is going to work. You can add a new item, for example. In this case, we'll put in I don't know, 4 by 4 pier. Hang on one second. The X 4 here, and we'd put in a cost associated with that. So we'll say that that's going to be $58, for example, and we'll save that. And now, well, first we'll go ahead and put in the customer information. So we'll just put in my first name, Rob. Return, we don't really care about the phone numbers, but we'll put in the address and just have 34 West Elm Street. Oops, Elm. Okay, and we'll show how that works. Okay, so getting on to the lists. So we've modified our list. If we click inside one of these fields, we'll see that we've now got this list box on the side. We can select an item, and what we're going to see is we're going to see it populate across. So it's actually the unit cost has been added. We're going to say we're going to have 7 of those, return. And now we'll see that this is actually calculated the accepted services. Okay. We can have non-countable objects. So for example, if we wanted to fumigate a house and there's a single price associated with that, we just select that item. Again, it would populate across. And this is being totaled up at the bottom here. Okay. We have inspections. This is another category that we added. Just slightly different. So for example, if we have construction permits that had to be granted, fixed cost, we see a completion cost, and it's just the sum of all these values that are being added up, and all of these lists are maintainable by you, basically, by the user. So we've got countable items, you've got inspections, and we can go into how that all works, etc. Now, these are not only being added here, we have signature fields, right? So standard, we've seen this before, right? So we can actually sign an old date. So we can have both the customer and the representative sign. If we go to the next page, we'll notice that all this address information, etc., that we typed in there, so our company information and the location, that's been populated for us, along with, and we can't really zoom in because this page is set not to zoom, but if we look here, we'll actually see that the total contract cost is automatically populated. Now there's like a value that we can start with, and then a due upon completion cost. In this particular contract, I didn't populate those values just because they may vary, but that's something that could be set up if that's what folks are looking for. Again, if we scroll down, we've got signature values in here as well, so we can actually sign this, automatically dates it for us. Now the last page of this contract is a little more questionable. This is really focused specifically towards the foundation repair industry, where they're going outside and they're excavating and they're leveling the foundation. And so there's some stuff in here in terms of plumbing and pre-existing conditions, etc., which may not apply. But conceptually, again, all of our company information is being populated across into this form, so you don't have to fill this out. It's just set up one time. And at this point, we've got a completed contract. And so all we'd have to do then is just email it to, sorry, hit the wrong button, email it to the person. We could set it up so it blind copies our own office at the same time, but we would just put in their email address and send it off. And at this point, we've got a completely completed contract and a closed deal. So we can actually go through that part of the sales process. So that's really, for the entire time I've been working on GraphPad, that has been my goal to create all these capabilities, and I'm just finally getting all the pieces in place so that I can start generating these contracts. As it stands right now, I'm not doing one-off customizations just because there's a security problem. If I try and use it via an email attachment, as it stands right now, it's pretty easy for somebody to more or less claim that as their own and then start selling that attachment as their own product. So I'm no longer supporting that, but I will probably be doing various contracts for various industries along with the associated symbols and stuff like that. In-app purchases, that's secure. It's still going to be a one-time charge, and then use of the application will be a monthly fee of probably like $10 a month. That's what we're standing at right now. And that's my presentation. Thank you.